My sister's husband constantly teases me, claiming I resemble a female, so I decided to dress up fully as retaliation. Now my sister claims I've destroyed her relationship. To be direct, I'm a 20-year-old guy who could easily pass for a woman, pretty much a flat-chested one anyway. I suppose I drew the short straw genetically. A lot of folks assume I'm simply a tomboyish type, though it's irritating when strangers genuinely think I'm female. These days I'm mostly at peace with my appearance, but back in school I faced heavy teasing over it, so I'm still somewhat touchy on the subject. My big sister, 26F, never reins in her spouse, 30M, whenever he mocks me. In fact, he does it nonstop. I've asked him repeatedly to cut it out, but he brushes it off as harmless fun. Eventually, I got fed up and chose to turn the tables, instead of staying quiet and shy like usual. I enlisted a few friends plus my twin sister, also 20F, to help transform my look right before the couple was due to visit, basically going all out to appear ultra-feminine. They nailed it, and surprisingly, once dolled up I resembled a much younger edition of my older sister. When the pair arrived, I played the part perfectly, super girly mannerisms and all. He looked seriously uneasy the whole time, which told me the prank was hitting home hard. They bolted much sooner than planned. Soon after, my sister messaged me, labeling me a jerk for upsetting her husband so badly. She spread the story to some relatives, and most took my side. But let me know if you believe my stunt was immature or out of line. Edit. Another message arrived from her calling me a total asshole and accusing me of wrecking her marriage. I doubt I'll be around them for a long while, but to be safe, I plan to discuss the whole situation seriously with my parents and ask if we can bar them from the house temporarily. Since I just cover rent to stay with mom and dad, I don't have final say, but I'm hoping they'll back me up. Update 1: These last few days have been intense. I finally opened up to my parents, in a long, honest conversation about how much the constant jabs hurt. They decided her husband is no longer allowed here. They explained they stayed silent before because they figured I was unbothered and viewed me as resilient. They said sorry for missing the signs and promised to step in quicker if similar issues pop up later. My older sister has been bombarding me with nasty texts, insisting I'm the one tearing her marriage apart. She showed up yesterday, stormed in, and immediately began yelling at me. Things escalated fast. As a result, my parents told her she's banned too, until she sincerely apologizes for her outburst and for allowing her husband to keep targeting me. On a brighter note, I've been doing some real self-reflection lately alongside my twin. She insists I shouldn't label her the younger one, but since I beat her into the world by 4 or 5 hours, she'll always be my little sis in my book. Haha. Update 2: Yesterday my brother-in-law showed up at our place, obviously intoxicated. He was slurring accusations about me destroying his marriage, hurling insults, the usual nonsense. He sneaked around to the unlocked back entrance we rarely secure, then came straight for me in a terrifying way, trying to force my head toward his crotch. When I resisted, he grabbed at my pants and shoved me down. Fortunately, my twin sister jumped in, yanked him away, and waved a kitchen knife to scare him off. He ran immediately. We phoned the authorities and my parents, who were away. Mom and Dad rushed back, but cops took 2 full hours to arrive, then basically said their hands were tied and suggested we pursue a restraining order at the courthouse if we wanted protection. My parents tried reaching my sister by call and text to explain the assault and ask why he acted that way, but her only reply was go to hell. I'm still rattled, but I'm refusing to let it break me. Update 3: He returned another time claiming he wanted to say sorry, but thankfully I was out. My dad spotted him, shouted him away, and dialed police again. This time officers responded promptly, though they could only recommend filing for that restraining order, so that's exactly what we pursued. At the moment I have a temporary one for roughly 20 days. If he skips the hearing, it'll convert to a longer-term version. Beyond that, things have stayed calm. No contact from my older sister or her husband. We know she's okay because she's been badmouthing the family to mutual friends and distant relatives. I've mostly kept to the house, feeling pretty low and depressed, but managing. I'm in therapy now, got an official depression diagnosis, and started meds. I figured I was handling the earlier incident fine, but it affected me deeper than I realized. My other sisters have been amazing at keeping me company. Even if we're just quietly streaming shows from different sides of the sofa, it helps me feel secure. Update 4. Hi all, it's been quite some time. About 7 months back, my dad suffered a heart attack and didn't make it. I had to stand there helplessly, sobbing alongside my sisters, while Mom frantically called for emergency help as he deteriorated. I miss him terribly every single day. Grief still hits hard, but therapy and seeing a psychologist are helping me cope somewhat better. Regarding my older sister, the final time we heard anything was right after Dad's passing. All she cared about was the will and inheritance. When she learned nothing was left to her and it all went to Mom, she exploded at our mother with vicious insults. Since then, complete silence from her or her husband. From what we've gathered, they've relocated far away to stay with his relatives. Good riddance, honestly. On another note, I recently had some medical tests and evaluations done. Looks like I may have an androgen-related issue or deficiency, which could explain why I've always had such a softer, more feminine appearance, lol.